Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for watching. Today is day 4, look 4 of my week with the Vault, where I use each one of the Jaclyn Hill and Morphe Cosmetics Vault collection. Each day I give you my thoughts, and today is day 4. Today is the last day. Today is the day that I have been so nervous for because I'm using the Dark Magic palette. And for me, I'm just nervous about it. I've been nervous about it because the colors in here are very gorgeous, but they are very dramatic. They are very deep, dark. I look at this and I'm like, I just don't know what to do with it. But you know what? I love my look. I think it looks so gorgeous. And as much anxiety as I had about using this palette, as stupid as that sounds, now that I've used it and I see my look fully done, I love it. I love it so, so much. So of course what I'm going to do right now is tell you exactly how I did this look, and you will see me doing it right now. Alrighty, so the first thing I did was go into the color Shh, which is a very, very gray toned light brown. This one showed up very, very well on my skin tone, and I loved it. If you like gray tones, you're going to totally love that color especially, but you're going to love this palette. Definitely no warm tones in here. So I used that in the upper transition area. I always do that. And then I decided I was going to go right below that in the crease itself with the color Potion. And that is a very like pea soup kind of a green. It is also extremely cool toned, and I think I think Jaclyn actually says this is like her baby pukey green. So I went ahead and just threw that all in the crease. There was no fallout with either of those shades actually, and they went on so perfectly and so true to color right from the start. Then I decided I was going to deepen up the entire outer V area with the color Busted. Now this color I was a little bit nervous for because it is a very blue, like a very, I don't know how you call this. It's almost like a blueberry blue. Like you smash a blueberry and like the juice that comes out is very deep dark blue like this. And I was kind of worried that it was going to be a little bit patchy or not show up true to color, but you know what? It did. It did right away, and it was gorgeous. I was able to blend it out perfectly fine, and I really wanted to make sure that there was some blue in this look just because I thought the color would be so gorgeous. And I decided to go right after that with the color Inside Job. Now this one is more of a very deep, almost like a forest green, but it's also got like some blue tones in there. So the two of them together I thought would look so beautiful, and it does. You can still see the blue, you can still see the green, so everything worked together well. Not one color just completely overtook the look, which I appreciate because when I use a bunch of different colors, I still want to make sure that you can see all the work that I'm doing. You know, I like that gradient. And then I went ahead and did a cut crease situation in the intersection, and I went down with the color Proof, which is just a basic like a camel or like a nude color, and I wanted to do that so this look wasn't just completely crazy. That way we can bring some lightness to the intersection of my eyes, and the color is very creamy, it's very blendable. It went on super easily. And then I decided I wanted to use the color Power Cut to melt together that whitey shade, the color Poof, with the Busted and Inside Job, because I felt like I wanted there to be a bit more of like a gradient, but I didn't know how to do a gradient, so I decided to just mash it up and mix it together with the Power Cut, which is a gorgeous kind of like a gunmetal silver. And it has some shimmer, some shine. It's so beautiful, and I love how when I put it in the middle, it melted them together so that they made sense, but it also brings some lightness to the very center of my eye, which I love. And then today I went in with also Power Cut on my inner corner, and I didn't go too heavy because this look is already so heavy, there's so much going on, so I just put a very, very little bit of Power Cut in my tear duct area, and I left my lower lash line blank. I decided I did not want to do my lower lash line today because I didn't want to take away from the top of my eyes. So yeah, that is my look. So yeah, this is my look fully done. I love it. I love it so, so much. I'm so glad that I decided to step out of my comfort zone and use this palette, I'm going to be 100% honest with you. When I knew that I wanted to buy the Vault collection, I was going to buy this individually and not purchase this palette because I felt in my head I was never really going to use it. I think the colors are gorgeous, but they're just too deep, too dark, too much of like a contrast for the stuff that I like. So I had no intention of buying this palette, but on the day of the launch, all I could figure out how to do was add the entire collection to my bag and then check out. I didn't want to deal with accidentally having everything sell out before I was able to buy anything, so I figured let's not get picky here. Okay, it's only $15, really, you know, individually they're $15. So just buy it, see if you like it, and if you don't, maybe I'll do a giveaway one day, you know what I mean? So I actually really love it. This is not a look that I would typically ever necessarily do. Like, I don't sit down and think like I want to do a very crazy colorful smoky eye, but I think that it's really cool that I can now because I've done it, I love it, and there's a lot of different avenues that you can go with this. So actually I was either going to do this look right here, or I'm sorry, my husband is eating now and he is like the loudest eater. Like, why is your fork stabbing your plate like that? So yeah, I actually had a couple different looks that I was planning on doing with this palette, and of course I went with this one, but if you would like for me to do more looks with this, let me know, because I actually had quite a few different ideas on how to use this. So yeah, leave a comment down below if you want more looks in the Dark Magic palette. As much as I was afraid of it, I'm actually kind of excited to use it now, which I think is so cool and fun, and that's like the great thing about makeup. As far as any fallout goes, I had barely any fallout. Like, when it was time to clean this up, there was almost nothing there. There was a little bit of this one and this one, but it was so light, and I especially made sure to go in light-handed and do pressing motions before I started rubbing around to prevent any fallout. So keep that in mind. You might want to kind of like approach deeper, darker shades like that. The color Poof right here, I love. I wish every palette had just a nice creamy colored white or beige or camel color, because I generally like to set my whole lid with that. And even if I don't, I like to use a color like that either right below the brow bone or to really carve out this area so that it brings a little bit more lightness. I did not swatch all of these shimmer shades, so let me just do that right now just because I've been doing that. So here we have the color Power Cut that I ended up using right in between, which I love. Then we have the color Trickery, which is a shimmery, like super green. This is like a Christmas. This is like a Christmas tree right here. And then the last one in this shade, in this palette, is called Diversion. This one looks really pretty. Oh yeah, see, oh, I love that. I have so many ideas on how to use color like that because I love metallic-y shimmer shades. I feel like I can do so much with them, which is exciting for me. So yeah, as far as the Dark Magic palette goes, I love it. I had no issues with it. I'm actually excited to use it again, which I had no idea I was ever going to say. I actually just quickly want to mention what's on my lips because I had no idea what kind of lip I wanted to do with such a crazy look. So I decided to go nude, nude, nude. Barely there lips. So I have this from Pretty Face Cosmetics. I've talked about that before. I have something from a new collection that she has coming out. I don't think it has launched yet, but it is part of the nude collection, and this color right here is so perfect for me. I love it so much. Check out her page, make sure you figure out when it's going to be launching and everything. And then I did decide to go over top with a little bit of I didn't want to do like a gloss, so I went in with a, what is this? Okay, it's a Revlon Color Burst. This is in the shade Creme Brulee. This is like an oldie but a goodie. Everyone used to use Creme Brulee like 100 years ago, and it's just like so pretty. It's also like cool toned. You can barely see it. There's a bit of a shimmer shine. It's almost just kind of like you're using the lip balm with a little bit of something because it's very creamy. It doesn't have a ton of color and it doesn't have a ton of shimmer, but it adds color and shimmer somehow, some way. And it looks gorgeous, and it just makes anything that you're wearing stand out a little bit more and make it a little bit more comfortable. And that will be the end of my week with the Vault. I think that I might do one more video for you tomorrow where I just kind of talk about each collection as a whole. That way if there's anyone out there that hasn't watched each individual review, you can kind of see my complete thought on everything. And that'll be the end of today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you subscribe before you leave. And I will see you guys in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!